Hello, welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi. We're going to hop right into it. So this is going to be a Spirit Baby pick a pile reading. You've got 4 piles to choose from. I will be using my Spirit Baby poems deck, oracle deck here. So it's got the poems on one side, right, and then this side it all looks the same. So to help you guys choose which poem is for you, which pile is for you, I'm going to be using a oracle deck that is just going to be used in your pile. So for pile 1, this is your poem. And then your deck, I'm going to be using this deck here. Then for pile 2, this is your poem. And then your oracle deck, I'm going to be using this one here. For pile 3, this is your poem. And then I'm going to be using this oracle deck for you guys. Pile 4, this is your poem. I'm going to be using this oracle deck for you guys. So if you pause and then you choose which pile or which poem, which card you felt like was calling out to you, we're going to hop right into it. So we're going to start with pile 1. So pile 1, for you guys, I'm hearing Little Miss Sass. So that could mean something to you. It could be a nickname that you're going to be saying. If those of you have a daughter, you could call her Little Miss Sass, but that was coming through. I'm also being shown somebody who you could have had an accident when you were a child, or maybe this was your partner where you like fell and you cracked your tooth. That's coming through as significant for someone. So let me reveal your poem. Your poem here says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I'm likely to be a class clown. Running around, you'll never catch me sitting down. I'll be keeping you on your toes. Where I get my energy, nobody knows. Fire blazer, vision like a laser. Nothing gets past me, especially where you hide sweets. I'll sniff 'em out. Squirrel, spirit animal is significant here. Woodland creatures, natural features. I could be a model, but there's so much more to me. The pretty are stereotyped to be a bit ditzy. Can't put me in that box. I've got the charm, looks, intelligence, the lot. Some of you guys could be models yourself, or your partner, you just kind of have that look where a lot of people fancy you. Like you're very, very alluring is what is coming through there. And this spirit baby is going to inherit that. You know, when some people, they just got that it factor. They've just got that, there's something natural about them when it comes to their looks and their appearance that kind of pulls other people in. But it isn't just the surface level, it goes deep. It is connected to the personality, to certain mannerisms. They're showing mannerisms like how they move as well and how they act. And it's coming from the soul. But there is going to be something very, very naturally beautiful and naturally alluring when it comes to this spirit baby. They want to get a few more poems for each pile. So pile 1, that was quick, thank you. So this child could be coming through very, very quickly. And with that, we have 10-10 completion. I may be a tad overdue, but that doesn't bother you. Everything in divine time. You and Daddy are big believers in God's design. I am too. It's one of the many reasons I chose you. My soul needs to be guided along to my heart's unique song. Turtles will be my spirit animal at first. Slowly but surely wins the race. No competition. Freedom is the aim. Yeah, so a lot of you guys, you've closed out a cycle. You're at the completion. So you're walking into your new door now. I feel like you've lifted yourself up onto your timeline where this blessing exists. So this spirit baby coming through Earthside, this blessing exists in the timeline you've literally just stepped into, and a lot of you guys would have felt it. You could be seeing 10-10 everywhere, and something about some of you guys dreaming of 10-10. Others of you, it's like I'm being shown a meme. I believe I've seen it on TikTok, and it's like people sometimes use this picture in comments, but it's like people holding up a board and it says like 10s on it everywhere. So you could be seeing that everywhere. Maybe people comment this on your photos if you've got social media and you post online, again, because I feel like you're very, very beautiful in your looks, but this is also your personality, and it's something about how you move. So maybe you move very, very gracefully. And then we also have here hot flushes, noisy cars and buses. Being in traffic jams simply won't do. Confined spaces raise the stress in you. Strange aches and pains, meditate and stretch them away. That organic balm will keep some marks at bay. Tiger stripes, a reminder you have given life. Pregnancy activates the warrior in you, and the constant need to empty that bladder. It's tight enough with one, but us multiples are fighting for space in this womb. Regurgitation, so don't sit up too quick. Stay away from anything with a nasty whiff. Rose oil and mellow scented flowers, and never underestimate their healing powers. Slow walks in nature, high frequency music. Clear that mind so your hormones don't make you lose it. One day at a time, remember, women birth all of mankind. So I channeled this poem as like pregnancy symptoms that you guys may experience when you're pregnant, for those of you that are women watching. So again, this is that confirmation that you being pregnant, that this child coming through Earthside is very, very soon. Maybe if this is some of you guys, this is going to be happening in the 10th month of the year. So what's that, October? So you could be conceiving in October. That could be significant. Or like 10 days from now, 10 weeks, but I'm not getting months. This pile, it feels like almost instant. I want to get some timings with that. Where's the timing deck? So for pile 1, can we get some significant timings when it comes to the conception date and the due date? November. Yeah, November is soon as well. So this year, I feel like the end of this year, autumn time and winter time is going to be very, very significant for pile 1. What else, Spirit? We have at 1 in crescent. So maybe you will conceive or be due to be given birth when the moon is in this phase, the 1 in crescent. Maybe you've always felt very, very connected to this moon phase. You could be noticing you're seeing a crescent moon shapes everywhere. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could have literally dreamt of your child. You could be dreaming of your spirit baby, of your child, right? And you could have had a dream where they're literally just kind of just standing there. You're looking at them and then they point up and they point to the moon, and the moon could be in a significant phase. And they're letting you know, like, this is when I'm going to be coming through, or this is when you're going to conceive. This is when I'm going to be born. We have here July. So July is coming through as significant as well. Maybe some of you guys are already pregnant and you conceived in July. We also have here during Aries season. And these seasons and these dates can also be significant when it comes to you, when it comes to your partner. But they are going to have that. They're going to be very, very headstrong. Whether they're a little girl or a little boy, they're going to be very, very headstrong. But I was hearing Little Miss Sass. One more. No. No. So we're going to move on to this deck here. So what needs to come through for pile 1, Spirit? What needs to be coming through for pile 1? Plain. A journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. Your life will become more full because this child is coming through. They're going to be a bundle of joy. You're getting your wish fulfillment and your prayer. Some of you guys could like recently be going on holiday, or maybe you recently come from being on holiday, because we have just had the summer holidays. Maybe that's where some of you guys conceived. Others of you could be going abroad in the future, and this is where you're going to be conceiving this child. They may be born on land that you weren't born on, born and raised in land that you weren't born and raised on. So maybe some of you guys like moved and reside in a completely different area or a completely different country. You could have gone across seas, because they're showing me water. And this is where a lot of you guys could have met your partner. Maybe some of you guys moved for your partner, for their relationship. So there's going to be something different about where you were born and raised and where your child is going to be born and raised. Because for a lot of people in this world, like with my mum, for example, I was born in the same hospital as my mum. So for a lot of people in this world, you actually be born in the same area, sometimes in the same hospital with the same like midwives and nurses who have kind of seen different generations being born in your family. But with you, I'm getting that's going to be different. And again, they're pointing to a cycle being broken. So maybe you're very, very successful, which is why you have the resources, you have the money to be able to travel, to go on holidays more than the average person for some of you guys. What else, Spirit? You could have also moved to give yourself a better life. Maybe there was more opportunities. You were offered a job or an opportunity in a completely different country and you took it. You took that risk. I'm getting a lot of like risk taking for this pile, because they're showing me dice being thrown. Beware, be careful who you trust at this time. They're saying shh, keep it on the hush hush when you do find out you are pregnant. Don't be telling everyone. every Tom, Dick and Harry, keep it to yourself, because I'm being shown the evil eye. So you want to be protecting yourself and protecting this child in the womb from evil eye, because the child in the womb and like newborns, they're very, very susceptible to evil eye, to that kind of energy. So you want to keep that completely away from them. A lot of you guys, you already know this, because I'm kind of like, someone's like nodding their head. So you're going to be keeping it to yourself. I feel like for a lot of you, you're not going to tell anyone until 3 months. So when you actually start showing and you have that little bump, that's when you're going to be like, yeah, I'm pregnant. Like a lot of you are going to keep it to yourself, because I'm staring at the 3 here. The spirit are pointing to this 3 here. One more card, spirit. Definitely a wish is being granted. And here a spirit baby be like, me, it's me. What else? Pile 1 needs to hear. We have unicorn. Success, hope, freedom, healing and magic are all available to you if you just believe. That's who this spirit baby is, a unicorn. They're bringing with them some magic, like some fairy stardust from the other side. Abundance. They're very, very abundant. Or they have that self-mastery, because they know how to shine their light and they know how to be aloof to the point that it gets other people's attention. That's what is coming through. Because in this world, a lot of the time, like influencers, for example, that influence is power, and that influence also brings them in money. So I feel like there's gonna be something about how this child looks is gonna grant them a lot of attention, a lot of influence, and this is also how they're going to be making money. They look very, very otherworldly, but at the same time, like that's a human being. Like they're connected to Earth. They're very grounded and rooted in themselves and Earth. But there's something otherworldly that other people can't put their finger on when it comes to them. They have that it factor, that it energy. What else, spirit, for pile 1? The 3 is coming through is significant again. You see on this card 33. You guys could be seeing 333 everywhere. We have Peter, denial and weakness. This is what some of you guys have gone through in your past when it comes to rejection and being told no. So some of you guys could literally work in the modeling industry, and you've had a lot of people be like, because they're like pointing at the features, like people maybe putting you down about your looks, or saying like, oh, they're pointing to the nose, and maybe you were told, oh, your nose is too big, or nose is too small. There's something about your nose that other people may have made fun of and pointed out. Some of you guys could have had a nose job. For those of you who would have resonated with you having an accident and your tooth cracking, this could have also like damaged your nose. Some of you guys could have broken your nose when you were a child. They're pointing back at the past when you were a child, and if this is not you, this could be your partner. The divine masculine in the connection, the man could have very, very big hands, like massive man hands, almost like a giant. That's coming through is significant, because I'm just staring at their hands and they're like saying dad, dad. Could also be good with his hands in the bedroom, but also like in terms of what he does. Maybe he like is good at fixing things around the house. Could actually work in some form of like construction. Plumbing is coming through is significant as well. Could be a plumber. We have fellowship, sharing and coming together. And this is what this child does. They bring people together. They're like that natural healer, that natural leader. I wanted to say natural leader, but healer came out. So a lot of them, they're going to be that healer, or they just have that healing and that warming energy, and people want to flock to them. People want to be around them. People want to be in their presence. And I'm getting like other children coming around them, kind of like going near them and wanting to like hug them, like because they're like leaning on their shoulder. They want to touch them. Some of you guys may get annoyed at this when they are a baby. Like, let's say when you're out and about, if you're in a supermarket, you're going for a walk in a park, because they're pointing to a park. You could have like the older generation who come over and they're like fawning over your baby, like, oh my god, they're so cute. And some of them may reach out and touch and grab your child. Some of you guys won't like that. And I feel like it may happen a lot. So they're telling you like to, in those situations, to remain calm and don't lose your shit. Because some of you guys may just snap at one point. But just say, oh, like please don't touch my baby. I don't know where your hands have been. I don't know if you've been ill, like something like that. You don't have to snap. You do it respectfully. Because this is the thing with the older generation. That was like the norm and more common for them. And there was a more sense of community. So they would help each other out when it came to other people's babies. We have here. So it's not coming from a wrong place. Wisdom bringer, earth school. Yeah, the spirit baby is coming through to teach you so much. When it comes to the stars, things that are connected to the stars, the mysteries, the up above, this also includes heaven. They're saying this isn't just about being a starseed. This is also connected to heaven, and how to bring that heaven on earth, how to bring that blissful state onto earth. So they're very, very ascended and very tapped in. They know how to pour gold in. They know how to alchemize. And that's what they're going to assist you with, or assist you in growing. Because I do feel like a lot of you who would have clicked on this pile, you are successful, or you're about to be walking into your success. But it is soul contracted for this child to be joining you earthside. You are supposed to be a parent in this lifetime. You are supposed to love, guide, honor, respect this soul. What else, Spirit? We have prayer, contemplation, and connection. A prayer is being answered. Planes are very significant. Maybe you or your partner travel a lot. You could travel a lot for work, or you could just be able to experience loads of different holidays and travel, because you could have that freedom in terms of money. But again, there is something significant about this child being born somewhere different to you. Maybe you're traveling, you're on a holiday when you go into labor, like something like that. And some of you guys could do this like on purpose. Like you want your child to have 2 passports. That's coming through for someone. So maybe you and your partner come from different lands, different countries, but you want your child to have access and have both passports. And there could be like one country you're going to choose. Okay, this is where I'm going to be giving birth. This is where we're going to have them. This is who they're going to be, like a citizen of. For a lot of you, you could live in a major city, a very popular city, or a city that is on the up and up. Could be Dubai for someone. They're also showing me Manchester in the UK. What else, Spirit? They're showing me Spain as well. They're pointing to Spain. We have Queen of Coins. You can't make this up. Look how abundant this soul is. Look how abundant this child is. Hawaii. They're pointing to Hawaii. They're pointing to different countries now. And they're pointing to the continent of Africa. And this is where they could have their roots and their lineage. Maybe this is true for you guys as well. Because I do feel like some of them could have this complexion or be darker than this complexion, because they're pointing to this complexion and then they're pointing to the hair. But they could be darker when it comes to their hair, when it comes to their skin, when it comes to their eyes. More darker than you and more darker than your partner for some of you. Green, I feel like, is going to be a favourite colour. We have 2 of Swords. And they're pointing to the trouser straight away. There's something significant about green. Maybe you're seeing it everywhere. When you dream of your spirit baby, they could be wearing green. Or maybe you notice their aura has a lot of green within. Again, this is that confirmation that they are an alchemist. They're very connected to Mother Earth and to the heart. And they know how to magnetize their blessings to them. And they're going to have very, very firm and very strict boundaries when it comes to themselves. Because again, they have that energy where other people want to be around them. Other people want to touch them. Other people want to be in their presence. So you're going to notice this from early on. And you're going to teach them how to have those strong boundaries. And how to be respectful. You want them to be very respectful. You want them to be kind. Like this pile, I feel like you would be like really upset if you got a call from like the school, for example, that your child has hit another child, or your child has been mean to another child, particularly when it comes to things like how other people look like and like race. Like a lot of you would be upset if you realise your child has come home and they discriminated against another child for the colour of your skin. So you're going to teach them how to be kind and thoughtful and how to respect and see each other as one. Like human beings, yeah, we may be different, come from different cultures, countries, look different. But at the core, we are very similar. There's always something similar. There's always something you can connect with when it comes to another human being. Knight of Coins. And they're going to be very, very curious when it comes to this earth and things of this earth. I feel like this is going to be a bug lover. So for a lot of you, they could bring in, I'm being shown like those long worms, what they called a centipede. They could bring in like these kinds of bugs into the house, and you could be like, oh my god, get that out of my house. Some of you guys may create a space for them in the garden. It could be like a mud hut or some sort of like mini mud garden where they can go, and that's their place, and that's where they can take the bugs, because you don't want them in your house. Again, they could be this complexion of like a darker complexion. Any more from this deck? No. They want to get a fairy tale card. This deck is huge. This one is really hard to shuffle. We have Four of Wands. Some of you guys could be into crafts. And you're going to enjoy doing like a lot of crafting with your child once they're outside and they're old enough to do that. Because I'm being shown like a craft table and you've set up all these different stations and you're really excited about it. So you're going to really enjoy doing these kinds of things with your children. Four of Wands. Some of you guys could also love doing this within the garden. Again, the garden is significant and you setting up a space which is just for them. Maybe they're going to have a tree house. But I was seeing like a mud garden. Like a little section where they can literally get dirty, play in the mud. They can take all their bugs there. They can make all their potions, you know. Like with children, they love playing outside and they like making potions with mud, with sticks and twigs and like the rainwater. They can do all of that. Some of you guys could have your own space in your garden or your own allotment where you grow crops. So you're going to teach them how to grow certain plants and how to look after them. But they're going to be very, very intrigued by this process. And you're going to notice when they are interested in something, they're really going to listen very, very intently. And keep, they won't even ask many questions. They're just going to be listening to you, like their eyes like wide open and full of a lot of light. So that's how you're going to know what they're actually interested in. Some of you guys could be seeing butterflies everywhere. Or maybe if you do gardening, you have garden tools. Maybe you've got ones that actually look like this. They could have like a butterfly pattern on it. Want one more card from this deck, please, Spirit. One more card from this deck for the collective. Thank you. We have Little Red Cap. So this is like Little Red Riding Hood. Again, butterflies are significant. Maybe you're noticing you're seeing them everywhere, but not just that, they're landing on you. They could be landing on you. For some of you, one could have recently landed on your head. But you could have really resonated with the story of Little Red Riding Hood. Maybe you like that was a favourite book that you used to read when you were a child. But again, there's like this energy of beware. The beware card was coming up before. You see the wolf that is kind of lurking and staring. So I do feel like a lot of you guys, you do attract a lot of evil eye, envy and jealousy. You know this, so you know how to protect yourself. But this is why you're going to keep it on the hush hush when you find out you're pregnant. And it's also just because you want to keep that to yourself and with your partner between you before you tell everyone. It's like you won't be ready for a while to tell everybody. And when the baby is first here, like when they're newborn, some of you guys may kind of stay like cooped up in that newborn phase for a good month before you allow visitors within your home. And I'm like seeing somebody nod like, yep. That could be part of your culture to do that as well. Some of you guys could drink that juice. You know that cocktail? I forget what it's called. Is it a Bloody Mary that's made out of tomatoes? Some of you could really like that juice. We're going to get some signs. So what signs does pile 1 need to look out for? We have kite. So you could be seeing kites everywhere. And maybe the kite you noticed had like a butterfly pattern on it. But this is also confirming that you've moved up to this timeline where there's child coming through, where you conceive and getting pregnant. You are on that timeline. And it's like everything's going to take off even more once this child is here Earthside. Because again, they have that energy of luck, of joy. We have Lion. So the Leo season could be significant. I'm hearing Aries again as well. Aries is coming through again. So this is a fire signs, and Sagittarius is coming through very, very strongly. It's like that fiery personality. But again, there's something about how they look that it's like how everybody finds them attractive. And they may not even be like what society deems as attractive, but a lot of people are going to find them attractive. They're natural. It's very, very natural. We have rainbow. You guys could be seeing rainbows everywhere, basically like a double rainbow. If you're not seeing it in your physical reality, you could be seeing rainbows like when you're clicking on social media. Maybe other people that you know are sharing photos of rainbows, because I was being shown like a WhatsApp group. We have Pixar. So there's like certain cartoons, but there's certain things that you would do as a child and you would watch and you would read that brought you a lot of joy that you still remember to this day. And maybe you like, there's certain cartoons that you would still watch. There's a certain book that some of you guys could read like every few years, and you can't wait to share these things with your child because of how much warmth that they brought you. and you want to bring that warmth to your child. Some of you guys could have literally saved and being shown like the videos and then at DVDs, but also books and toys. You could have saved things from your childhood that could be kept at a parent's house or a grandparent's house, and you can't wait, but you can go through those and get them out when this child is going to be coming through. We have red bird. Some of you guys could be seeing red birds everywhere. Maybe where you were living or where you moved to, it has like native red birds. And then we have my name. Hello, my name is. So some of you guys could be hearing certain names you've got on your spirit babies list, on the spirit babies names list. You could be hearing it everywhere. Again, you could be dreaming of their name. And they're showing me that child again in the dream state, and they keep pointing to things. So the first time they were pointing to a moon. Maybe that's significant. And the next time, now they're doing it, but they're pointing to their name. It's like they're going to give you their name. They're going to give you the day or the phase, the season that they're going to be born into. They're going to tell you. One more sign, please, for pile 1. Thanking you. We have hearts. Of course, so you have that unconditional love. And it feels like very, very warm. Very warm and very uplifting. They like green. They're pointing to the green hearts. Something about green is going to be a favourite colour of theirs. As I've said that, my mic has gone green. It changes colours. Let's get a few baby sirs messages. And then we're going to start closing out this reading for pile 1. Mama, Daddy, you're ready. It's the perfect time. Yeah. For this pile, they're coming through quickly, very, very soon. Some of you guys could already be in your first trimester. You could have conceived in July. They were always supposed to be coming through at this time. They were always supposed to be born, because they'll be born in 2026. We have, Mama, please stop feeling so guilty. I'll come back, I promise. Yeah, so some of you could have experienced a miscarriage. Unfortunately, some of you as well could have experienced a stillbirth. And it's like, this is that soul that is coming through. For some of you, for others of you, it's going to be a different soul. Because I feel like, but you'll know, others of you, that child that passed away, that didn't come through Earthside, they're growing on the other side and they're staying part of your spiritual core. You know this. Others of you, this is the same soul that didn't come through that time. Because for whatever reason, you had to go through the experience of a miscarriage or of a stillbirth. Or this could have literally been something that went wrong at the physical level when it comes to the physical body, the physical health. Because sometimes that happens. It's not everything happens for a reason and has like a spiritual meaning. But normally it's lessons and growth to teach us when it comes to human power, human strength and love. Like having love for something that didn't actually come to be, you know. And teaches us a lot about grief and about death. Because birth and death, they are one and the same. That for some of you, it's going to be that same soul who's now coming through, which is why they were saying they were supposed to be coming through now. Now is the perfect time. And I'm getting an annoyance even from this soul on the other side when they didn't come through the last time. It's like, they were like, because they're trying to open a door and it's jammed. And they're saying like, I couldn't get through that door. I couldn't open the door. I couldn't get through that door. So some of them were annoyed. So now they'll be coming through. And it's like, I'm getting like a stomping, you know, like a toddler's kind of like cross and they're angry. And you know, sometimes they go through that stage because some of them, like a lot of my cousins' kids will do it. Well, they go through that stage where they pretend they go off into a corner. They're like, I'm sad. Like, that's what I'm seeing, but it's on the other side when it came to their soul. So it's like that soul had to go through that lesson as well of why they didn't come through at that time. So there's something about them that's coming through very, very fast. Maybe the birth will be quite fast. Faster than you expect. We have Archangel Jophiel says, your solar plexus chakra is blocked. Focus on you so you can be more calm and positive. And there's something significant about seeing like bright light like this. Like golden holy light. Because when that child was trying to get through that door, you could see through the crack there was this light that was coming through. They tried to get through and they didn't quite make it through. So that could be them pointing to like a stillbirth. You could have even had dreams like this that they were trying to show you what happened on the other side. Anything else, Spirit? One card, thank you. Yeah, look at this. It's like she's opening these curtains. She's looking through the crack and they see the green. So green is very, very significant here. I feel like that experience for some of you was meant to crack and open the heart. And that was the only way to crack and open the heart, so you could connect with it more deeply. But the soul also went through a similar lesson on the other side as you guys. And you weren't going through it alone. I feel like a lot of you felt that. You felt that comfort. You really strongly felt your spirit baby around you. And because now they're pointing, they're saying now I can come through. Now it's time. God is giving me the go ahead. They're pointing to God and saying God is giving me the go ahead. So this time we're going to have that full-term healthy pregnancy and give birth to that healthy child. And I do feel like they're going to have a lot of green within their auric field. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate. If you want your own personal spirit baby reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video. Hello, pile 2. We're going to hop right into your reading. So your poem, I'm going to reveal it to you now. So with each pile as well, I'm going to be using a different frequency music. And your one is called The Birth of Venus. So Venus could be very, very significant. It could be like a planet or an energy that you guys connect with. Maybe some of you guys are a Taurus, but you could also hold a lot of Venus energy within you, that divine feminine energy. Because they're showing me a rose now as well. Mother Mary is stepping forward very strongly. And also with this pile, you could feel very connected to Goddess Aphrodite. Goddess Aphrodite is coming through very, very strongly. So your card here says, gender reveal. Patterned skirts and daffodils, struggling to get yourself up the hill. Only kidding, I meant out of bed. The third trimester is the last phase. I can hear daddy saying, oh my days. She's near, baby girl is almost here. I can feel our family's excitement. Mummy, no need to be frightened. My birth will go to plan. So that's that confirmation of a daughter, of a little girl coming through very strongly with this pile. If it's not a little girl, then they're going to hold very powerful divine feminine energy. And they're going to love doling themselves up and doing makeup. And if you're someone who does that as well, they're going to love watching you do that and being shown like a vanity mirror. So you can have a very beautiful area within your home where you beautify yourself. You can literally call this space your altar. So that's coming through firstly as significant for someone. And maybe you have like a mini replica of that in your child's room, in your daughter's room. And the room, the way you decorate it, for those of you that will have a little girl, I'm being shown like there's like a picture, like a huge painting of a ballerina that's on the wall. So maybe they'll love doing that, going to ballerina classes. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could work in that industry. Maybe you're a contemporary dancer as well for others of you. It's like movement. You love moving the body and you gracefully move your body and allow. It's like you're allowing your higher self to come through. You're allowing this kind of goddess Aphrodite energy to come through and move through you. We have lions everywhere, wild eyes with a warm glare, and a crazy mane of hair. My spirit will be mellow, but there's a fire in my heart, powerful one, very connected to the sun. I'm likely to be born in July or August. Summer baby, don't you try and tame me. So the spirit baby could be coming through July or August of next year. Or maybe some of you guys conceived this year in July or August. But summer is coming through is very, very significant. For others of you, when I was saying like with your body you move very gracefully, for some of you, you were like, absolutely not, that is not me. Some of you guys could be like very, very clumsy. Maybe you bash into things all the time, you drop things all the time. Because I'm being shown someone like dropping coffee or dropping their water. You could be like very, very clumsy. If that's the case, then this is that spirit baby's energy. They hold this very like graceful, divine, feminine, very mysterious energy. And it's kind of like very, very slow and goes with the flow. Doesn't move against the goes with the flow when it comes to water. They're showing me waves, but they're saying like doesn't go against the grain. What else, Spirit? Thank you. We have, you have a beautiful heart, full of spunk, a feisty one. I can't wait to be guided by you. We're going to have so much fun. Although there is work to be done, this realm needs clearing up. I'm so proud of what you've already done. Not long now until we're joining forces. 2 is better than 1. This spirit baby is talking to a single mum. So some of you guys could already have children and be a single mum. You could also be a single father, but you hold again that like divine feminine energy. So some of you guys could be about to be meeting that person you're going to be having children with next. Others of you, you could be taking that single mum by choice route. So where you go to the sperm bank and then you choose the sperm, and then you do it all on your own. You do it yourself with using like medical assistance, IVF. That's coming through for someone as significant. And then we also have here, I won't cause you stress, but I will cause a trail of mess. Scatterbrained, that's what Daddy says. When he's being cheeky, I will have a gap in my 2 front teethies. And be needy, but Mummy doesn't mind. She loves affection and says I'm so kind. A pay rise is coming to give you a peace of mind. When I'm newborn, my big brother will be intrigued by my sight. Why is he cross-eyed, he asked. Daddy says you were too in the past. The focus will come. Now do you want to help me change his bum? At this point, my big brother will run. So yeah, this is a confirmation for those of you that already have children that you're going to be having more children. This spirit baby will be joining you. Earthside will be joining your family. Others of you, you're about to be meeting that person. Because they're poison to the mum, they're poison to the dad. You're going to be meeting that person you're going to be having this child with. For others of you, again, I feel like you're choosing to do it on your own. Maybe you did that already before with the child that you already have. What else, Spirit? And this is the thing, Spirit is saying, if it is a really part of your destiny and it is your dream to be wanting to have children. And obviously when it comes to having children, that involves somebody else's free will. Because first you have to meet that right person. And then do they want to have children? Are they ready? Da, 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 da. Some of you guys could have felt very, very ready at a young age. And you knew this is part of your destiny. This was part of your purpose. So that's why you chose to do it on your own. Or that's why you chose to keep a child in a pregnancy. For those of you that did have children, start having children at a young age. You knew they were supposed to be joining you. You knew you were supposed to love this child. Some of you guys could have an autistic child, or maybe they have a speech impediment. We have Peter, denial, and weakness. Yeah, so you wouldn't accept like this is being denied to you. Again, I just feel like some of you weren't meeting the right person. So you're like, right, this is what I want. I'm going to do this on my own. What else, Spirit? And also with that, I'm getting a not now is not a no. A not now is not a no. So some of you guys had to really work through your woundings around divine timing and really surrendering to the Most High and to your path and having trust. Grace, blessings, and goodwill. Yeah, there's a lot of graceful energy that is coming through with this spirit baby, with this group here. Some of you guys could play the piano, or you could like that kind of classical music. There's something about some of you walking into a really beautiful, grand hotel, the entrance of the hotel. Maybe that kind of music was playing. But it's like you were looking around an owl. And this could have happened when you were a child, or it could have happened when you were a young and adult. And it's like you were looking around and it inspired something within you. It's like it triggered you to tap into the fact that you were the key in terms of being an alchemist. But it could have like awoken your divine feminine energy. And you were like, right, this is what I want. I deserve the finer things and the luxuries of life. This is what I want. Some of you guys could find bees very intriguing. And like, yeah, you could be that person. If you find a bee that's wounded, or you notice it's just crawling around on the floor and it's not flying, you could give it like water with sugar in, like sugar water, to help give it strength. That's coming through for someone. Maybe you recently did that. You could be lovers of honey. Someone here could make their own honey. Paul, awakening and transformation. You see how he's holding this scroll here. Divine contract. You had a divine contract with all of your children, as human beings do, but not everybody is aware. You had a divine contract to be bringing this child through. And I feel like a lot of you knew it from a very, very young age. Maybe a teenager, you knew like, I'm supposed to be a mum. I'm supposed to be a father in this lifetime. Some of you could have drawn your child before they even came through. What else, Spirit? One more card from this deck for pile 2. Thank you. We have Jesus and Mary Magdalene shared mission. So some of you are going to be coming into union with your divine counterpart. And maybe like with the child you already have, for some of you, you chose to do that yourself. But with this next child, you're going to be having this child with your person. You could be seeing 9s everywhere, like 999. But you also have a shared mission for some of you with this child, which is why you always knew they needed to be coming through in this lifetime. because you had a purpose that you needed to fulfill, and you needed this soul to help you do it. You needed each other. You couldn't do it on your own without the other. For a lot of you, your child is your divine counterpart. They are part of your, on a platonic level, they're part of your soul's contract. But again, Mother Mary was coming through very, very strongly. So you guys are connected to the Mary Magdalene Jesus bloodline. You're connected to that bloodline. But there's also something about your mission that is also connected to Jesus and Mary Magdalene. So that's you realizing that you are your own Messiah. You are your guru. And how Jesus Christ was that example that human beings can reach. Mary Magdalene is that example that human beings can reach. When you pull yourself up higher and higher and higher and higher in your state of enlightenment. It's like more of the pointing to the brain is saying more of the brain's percentage is activating in people on the planet as we move on up in consciousness. But particularly these waves of children coming through, this soul group of children coming through, they're very, very enlightened in terms of their brain, in terms of their logic. So this is going to be those people who could be very, very sciencey, but they know God is within science and they know science is within God. Like very, very balanced. I want to get a fairy tale message. That was quick. Thanking you. We have here 6 of Swords. And they're all about this togetherness. Like 2 is better than 1. If we work together, this is how we see more. And this is how we know what we need to be doing in this world. But this is how we also get things done more thoroughly and quickly. And you see here, it looks like an eclipse. So eclipse season, which we are moving into soon. Well, if you're watching this when I'm recording it, we're moving into eclipse season. But the sun and the moon, you could be having dreams of the sun and the moon. You could literally be seeing the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. Again, it's that confirmation. You and this child, you're part of the same soul group. It's like you need each other. You are 2 very, very significant pieces of the puzzle that need to be coming together in this lifetime. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys could be destined to have quite a lot of children in this lifetime. Like I'm getting like 6 plus. This one, we have here Hansel and Gretel. So this could have been a favourite book of yours when you were growing up, Hansel and Gretel. Some of you guys could have been raised in a rural area, like in a woodland area. Or maybe you were raised on the suburbs of a city. But they're pointing to this heart. And you see how it has this thread around it. So you and your spirit baby, you've always been connected and you've always been on your way to each other in this lifetime. Some of you guys could have been a twin. And maybe you ate your twin in the womb, you know. You know, that does happen. Don't mind I'm laughing. But some of you guys, that could have been you. For others of you, maybe you experienced that. Like for those who already had children, you could have been pregnant with twins. And then the other one could have ate the other twin. And you just had one. That's coming through as significant for somebody. But you could be destined in the future to be having a multiple birth, to be having twins. But you're most definitely, you're going to have more than one child. This pile is quite a few. And I was given like 2 peas in a pod when it comes to you. But also when it comes to your children, like working together. They're going to be very, very close. Like look out for each other. Keep an eye on each other as they grow up. Particularly when they are teenagers and when they're moving into that young adulthood, they are going to be keeping an eye on each other and be there for each other. Some of you guys could be seeing squirrels everywhere. Some of you guys could have a sweet tooth. And you could love like fall season, but particularly where did I put the decks? Over here. But did you want any more? Particularly where you can make like gingerbread biscuits and you like smelling like the spice latte, that sort of thing's coming through. I'm smelling a lot of cinnamon as well. But if like this is the pile, you could really love baking. And particularly when the season moves into more those like autumn, winter months. And when the nights get like darker a lot earlier, I feel like you really enjoy baking them. But specific things you're going to be baking around that time that is connected to that time. So maybe it's like certain fruits and vegetables that are in season, you know. Whoa, one at a time, please. You could also like love to go and pick out a pumpkin when it starts to get closer to Halloween. That could also be the flavour of things you like to eat. Pumpkin. What else, Spirit? They're showing me the US. So a lot of you guys could be from the US. And I know in the US they tend to take like Halloween season, like autumn, like very more seriously. Over there we have Sleeping Beauty. This can also be another fairy tale that you guys felt very, very connected with. And it's like you're going to feel like you've been sleeping all this time before your child comes through. Or maybe this is how you felt if you've already got children. Like when your child came through, it's like it woke you up and it activated you. But this is what Spirit are talking about. It's like you need your children for your purpose and for your divine mission because they activate you. It's like they help you to believe in what's out there and in the spirit world because that's where they came from. And you realize that when you were like there, like holding your newborn. This is what you're going to realize when you're holding your newborn in the future, when you're looking into their eyes, like you really came from God. You are a gift from the Most High God. God exists. It's like it solidifies that belief in you. It's very, very powerful. They want to get some messages from this deck over here. So what else needs to come through for pile 2? We have colours / numbers. Some of you guys could be having dreams of like grandfather clocks. You could be 30 in age. But you could be having dreams of grandfather clocks or clocks in general and big clock towers that's just connected to divine time. Stranger Things is coming through. So maybe that's like a favourite show that you guys watch, Stranger Things. And you know they call it the upside down, was it called a demigorgon? The demigorgon exists, the upside down. And when they travelled into the upside down, there was a clock. There was also this clock that was part of the original house of the demigorgon when it was actually a human being. So maybe when you're in the astral, you're seeing this mirroring going on of stuff that's within your house. But you know when you're dreaming sometimes, it's your house, but it's not your actual house when you're in the dream state. Like it looks different, but you know that's your home. Like this energy coming through. So maybe you guys are really connecting with your dreams at present. You could be having very, very vivid dreams. You could be dreaming of specific colours and numbers. Maybe your dream is revealing to you the age that you're going to be when this child comes through. Leadership. 37. So again, something about the 30s is coming through significant. Maybe you guys are in your 30s. But you see here, she kind of looks like Angelina Jolie, you see. But you could love those movies where it has a strong female lead, a strong feminine lead. Because again, you're connecting to that divine feminine energy. You could be an air sign. This spirit baby come through could be an air sign when they are born. But with the sword and with the shield, this is also given Archangel Michael. So it's like you're very connected and tapped into the divine feminine energy. But then you also have that energy about you. Archangel Michael's energy about you. That very protective energy, the divine shield. Because that's who I call Michael and that's who I call men, the divine shield. But you also hold this energy. Some of you guys could be like history buffs. Like very, very interested in history. Particularly when it connects to war. Like the significant world wars in history. You could be like a geek on. Have a lot of information and knowledge on. Because you're very curious about it. That's because you had past lifetimes then. Depends how far back you're going, because World War II wasn't that long ago. We have houses, buildings. Yeah, you could be having dreams of like houses in your house, but it's not your house in the dream, but it is your house in the dream, you know. It's like that weird energy that's coming through, this mirroring that's going on. And maybe when you're having this dream, your spirit baby is there with you in the dream, because it's not just a dream, you're traveling. So that's where you connect with your spirit baby a lot. Some of you guys could have a cat, you could have a few cats. Could be like a cat lover. We have food. So you could be a foodie. You got Snow White coming through here. Again, it's like this like elegance. There's elegance about you, and this is not just like how you look, it's your energy as well. There's elegance about you. But then you also have the other side. But I feel like this is what people, depending on what you've been through and what mood you're in, I'm hearing, you could either show this face or this one. So if you're around kindred spirits, obviously they're going to get this. They're going to get this face. If you're around someone who's a bit of a dickhead, then obviously you're going to be putting this face on. So it's like you know when to switch. You know how to switch and you know when to switch. Some of you guys could look like this. Maybe you've got like a very pale skin and you've got very, very dark hair. You could have those like eyebrows as well that don't necessarily need doing. And some of you guys could have naturally nicely shaped eyebrows. That's also coming through for someone. I feel like this spirit baby is going to be having that as well. Let's get some signs. We have squirrel. Squirrels were coming through. I'm pretty sure on one of your 2 squirrels you had here on this card. On the Hansel and Gretel card. And you have squirrel coming through again. So that's 3. So you could be noticing you're seeing squirrels everywhere. Maybe you're seeing like gangs of them, like groups of them. But again, I connect squirrels to like autumn time. So autumn could be very, very significant. I feel like it's a favourite season of someone where you get to like put on your favourite jumpers, have like a warm, cozy blanket. And there's something about certain foods that you only eat in that season. Baby clothes. So you could already have baby clothes. You could have bought like a gift for your spirit baby before they've come through. I do advise that because it helps you to connect with them, having like that physical item. You got hearts, so there's that beautiful warmth and love that's going to exist between you and your spirit baby. You have signs, baby on board signs. You could be seeing these baby on board signs everywhere when you're out and about or when you're driving. You're noticing like the cards in front, behind you, side to side to you have this sign within them. Because their spirit are preparing you for this child to be coming through. Because you wouldn't be seeing a sign if you're not in vibrational alignment to see it. Symptoms, yeah. So this is those of you that are women, this is what you're going to be experiencing soon. Different pregnancy symptoms. Or some of you may be lucky, you may not actually have many symptoms at all. We have baby ads. So you may be seeing baby ads everywhere. They could be like popping up on your phone and overtaking your phone. You're like, what the heck? This one's turned over. This one is flower garden. Again, flowers, I'm here. Flowers are that quote. Flowers are how Mother Earth laughs. I'm hearing that quote. But again, I connect flowers to like very graceful, divine, feminine energy, which has been coming through for this pile. What else for pile 2? Spirit. Flow. Here's that confirmation with you like moving with the water, moving with the flow. So if there's massive waves coming and crashing, it's like you won't fight against it. It's being very, very tuned in and connected with your heart. For a lot of you, it's like through your heart, and the more you healed your heart, and the more you relaxed and released all of this tension and you came back home to yourself, this is when you started to see more. This is when spirit allows you to see into the spiritual realm more. This is where you felt most connected. And when you feel loved and you're pouring into yourself more, this is where you notice that your clairvoyance starts doing a madness. It's like that's how your gift works. It's connected to your heart, and it's connected how relaxed you feel within your body. If you've got a lot going on, you're very, very busy. If you're stressed, it kind of pushes your intuition out of whack. You could be seeing 10 everywhere, that completion. We have rebuild. So you see this, when you're stressed, when there's a lot going on, when you've got people who are stabbing you in the back, who are throwing shade your way, who are doing things to agitate and break your heart, this does affect how you see your clairvoyance. Something about it affects your clairvoyance. And you had to do a certain amount of healing before this specific soul, before this child could be joining you earthside, before this sun could be coming through. We have simply love, and I've just said that this one here, look, looks like a dad and a little boy. Some of you guys could be destined to have a son, but it's going to be very balanced and very tapped into the divine feminine energy. Very, very nurturing, very loving. And the reason you have to work on your heart and activate your gift and see the connection there is because this child is going to have a similar gift and it's going to work in a similar way to you. Something about a goatee. Like a goatee beard. We have heart chakra, yeah. The heart chakra is very, very significant, and it had to be healed. It had to be vibrating at a certain point, at a certain frequency, at a certain hertz for the soul to be aligned with you and be coming through. Pay attention to the frequency music that keeps popping up for you guys right now. Pay attention to what you're drawn to clicking on and listening to, because that frequency is speaking to you. It could also be activating your heart chakra even more, expanding it even more. I'm hearing, well, you're a box of surprise. You're a box of surprises. So maybe you guys tend to surprise people in terms of like not just your personality, but it's like what you can do and what you can achieve. I feel like you tend to surprise people a lot. This could be Aquarius energy that's coming through there as well. So you could love to do that as well. You love to shock people or surprise people. I'm not getting like a proving people wrong. It's more of a surprise. What else does pile 2 most need to hear right now? Mama, daddy, you're almost at the finish line. Don't stop now. Yeah, you're at completion. You're about to walk through God's finish line. And there's also going to be a surprise that's coming in for you. We have... Mama, daddy, I think you need a play date. I'm hearing a song by Mariah Carey, Shake It Off. So maybe you've heard that song recently. You could have recently been listening to it, Shake It Off. But your guys want you to kind of like move your body. Shake off any tension. They want tension off of you because that does your body no good. And it kind of detaches you from your intuition and from your third eye. The only way to not settle is to step out of your comfort zone. Mama, daddy, you have to believe that there is no limit to what you can achieve. I feel like in this pile as well, the spirit baby's been talking more about you. And because they're pointing to you as well. They've been talking more about you. Because they're saying it's like you're in this present moment. You exist here now. I haven't come through yet. I'm not Earthside yet. So they want this focus to be on you right now. And that's going to help you when it comes to you tapping into your magic and honing your magic. And then they can join you. Anything else, Spirit? Or pile 2. And I just got one card from this deck, please. Some of you guys could have a name for your baby that begins with a B. What else, Spirit? This one. We have Queen of Coins. This one came out in pile 1, so maybe you were drawn to pile 1 as well. But this is what you are moving yourself up into, abundance and connecting with your heart and realizing the heart is that magnetic field. This is like, for a lot of you, that's the key to you making money. Your third eye and your heart are the key to you bringing in a lot of money. There's a money that's going to make you feel stable and secure, make you feel more connected to your root chakra and more connected to your body and to earth. Because when you're stressed and you're worrying about money, this makes the physical body sick, but sometimes it can kind of push you out of your body because you kind of want to escape. You obviously don't want to be feeling stressed and agitated and be worrying about money all the time. So sometimes it makes you feel detached from who you are. And this is what the spirit baby doesn't want. So they're trying to help you with this right now before they can come through. But that's all the messages coming through. They're pointing to the Q. They were seeing a B before. Now they're pointing to the Q. But I'm hearing Queen. So they may want you to see yourself as that Queen. Or as that Queen energy. That divine feminine energy. Because you do hold it. It's been coming through this whole reading. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want a personal reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video. Pile 3, how you doing? We're going to hop right into your reading. So with this pile, I'm starting to crave cake. So cake could be very, very significant. Maybe you guys are like bakers, you enjoy making cake. It could also be like something you will crave when you are pregnant. So, but cake is coming through. And now they're showing me a scene from Matilda where they're all like, you can do it, Bruce. You can do it, Bruce. And he's there eating all of that big chocolate cake. So chocolate cake could be a favourite of yours. But that was coming through. But your poem says, Dolphins and whales, mystical tales. The voice of a siren, but I won't lead sailors to the depths. Angelic and heaven sent, waiting for me is time well spent. I hear you singing me songs, do you hear me humming along? I send signs through sound waves, music is ever so powerful. It gets people dancing the night away. Like you and mummy on that beautiful day up on Primrose Hill by the yellow daffodils. Primrose Hill could be significant. Maybe you live in an area that literally has that name. It could just be the Rose Hill, because they're wanting me to put my finger over the prim part, but that's coming through as significant. You could live somewhere that's very, very hilly, and maybe some of you guys live like right smack bang on the top of that hill. You're like, I mean, when you've had like a long day at work or something, you've been out, you're like, oh my god, now I've got to walk up there and get home. But that's coming through as significant for somebody. Some of you guys could be seeing dolphins everywhere, whales everywhere, whether it's like in your waking life in terms of you going on social media and you're seeing images everywhere. Obviously, you could be dreaming of dolphins and whales. And some of you could be in the music industry. You could be like a singer, producer, maybe you write music, or you could play a certain musical instrument and you're like a natural at it. For others of you, this is going to be your spirit baby coming through. They're destined that they're like moving my head up and down like yes, yes, yes. A lot of them are destined. Their purpose is in the music industry, and I feel like they're going to be this child that's coming through that's going to love putting on shows for you guys. Like they're going to get the whole family together and their siblings, and they're going to be in the front room and they're going to be doing like a whole theatre play. That's coming through. They're going to really enjoy doing that. I feel like this is a soul group of babies coming through, of souls coming through, who are not afraid to be in the limelight, who are not afraid to be in the spotlight. This will also be how you raise them to be confident, to step out in this world, be their authentic selves. And do it with their head held high. I'm just hearing, hold your head high, hold your head high. Maybe that was also said to you as a child. What else, Spirit? Okay. We have first trimester. Some say the best part, others not so much. Don't listen to the opinions and fuss. How do you feel? What do you want? It's your body, mum. Or shall I say ours, as I lay in the womb, connected and in tune with all that is and could be. I can feel your heartbeat. Mine has only just begun and barely any lungs. But you breathe for me, or should I say for us. Some of you guys could be in your first trimester. This is that confirmation you will be in your first trimester. You will be conceiving. This child will be coming through. They want you to know that. I feel like this pregnancy is really going to change you. It's really going to connect you with your womb and the fact that it isn't a nuisance. And maybe some of you guys see, like when you're on your menstrual, when you're on your period, that time of the month, you start seeing it as a chore and as a nuisance. But that's going to shift after you have this child, after they've been within your womb. I feel like, you know, the fetus, they send healing cells to the mother. I feel like this child's going to be doing a lot of healing. There's something about this pregnancy being very, very healing for you, for your physical body, and for you understanding and feeling more connected to your physical body than you ever have before. And there's a lot of wisdom and gems that you hold within your womb that's going to be rising to the surface. Some of you guys could already have a 1-year-old. Something about a 1-year-old. We have gender reveal. Happy days, no more delays. I took my time, mummy, daddy, will you be mine? I sent you a Valentine's, did you see my signs? You'll be glad to know I'm about to steal the show. A true bundle of joy, I'm a healthy, happy baby boy. So some of you guys could be destined to have a little boy coming through. Valentine's could be significant, maybe that's when this child will be conceived. But it could be a very, very special date for you guys. Like, I feel like I'm tuning into people who love love. You love the feeling of being in love. You love watching other people being in love. You love affection and you love seeing affection. Some of you may not like PDA and public displays of affection when it comes to you and your partner. But you love watching other people be affectionate and being in love. You love to see it in people's faces and in their eyes. Because you see how it makes them come alive. You see how it makes them bloom. But you're a very, very, very loving person. You have a lot of love to give. Like, I'm getting the spirit of saying, like, you're the type of person that people would want at a funeral. That's coming through is significant for someone. Maybe you bring that light to a very, very dark situation. To heartache, you bring that light. You could be that friend that people call when they've broken up with their partner, you know. Because you'll know the right things to say, or maybe you won't say anything and you'll just listen. It's just your energy and you holding the space. We have seashells by the seashore. Water is amazing, a beach baby for sure. Splashing around is my kind of sound. Any body of water has me an owl. I love the calmness of lakes, but also big crashing waves. I long to be a surfer. Cornwall, Miami, and Hawaii. Wherever the competition resides, you'll catch me giving it a try. One day I'll design my own surfboard. And when you see me out there, you'll cheer and applaud. Some happy tears will hit the floor. So some of these children could have a purpose of being surfers, of being swimmers, of working with the water and with like marine biology, because I'm hearing marine biologist in some way. Could also be a water sign. Maybe you guys are a water sign. You've always felt very connected to Mother Earth's element of water. Remember to be drinking a lot of water, particularly when you are pregnant. Some of you guys could be from Cornwall, maybe you're from Miami, maybe you're from Hawaii. You could have connections there, whether this is family or friends. You could have family or friends who like born and raised there, or people you know who live in these places. So this is the deck that you chose with your poem. So we're going to hop right into it. This deck is called the Keepers of the Light. They wanted me to share that with you, the Keepers of the Light. But I feel like that's the energy that this child is going to hold. They're going to be a keeper of a light too, because you are as well. Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. You could really love working with crystals, and specifically with the amethyst crystal. Some of you guys could have a lot of jewelry that's of this crystal, particularly like some sort of heart pendant. Some of you guys could be Indian, and you could love eating Indian food. I'm not getting like Indian takeaway, proper authentic when you make it yourself, homemade Indian food. We have, as I've said, that we have Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. There's something very significant about Bindi that's coming through here with this pale. So maybe you have one, your partner has one, or someone in their family could have a Bindi. And this person like is an elder, and they hold a lot of knowledge that is connected to the womb. So you know, some people, they just age and they just get older, and they don't like grow in wisdom. They don't take accountability and learn from mistakes they made in life. It's like someone that's connected to you or your partner, who is still alive. They're still very much alive. They're here in the physical. They hold a lot of wisdom. They've learned from their mistakes. It's like, it's that person where everybody wants to sit down and listen to their life story, and they've always got something to say, but it doesn't mean they're always speaking, but they do always have something to say. They're very, very powerful. There's something about the peacock as well that is connected to this person. So maybe that's a favourite like animal of theirs. But they hold that energy of being very royal and regal. This spirit baby is pointing to this person because they're going to be very significant, play a very significant role in their early life. Maybe like you and your partner have got to go off to work, and like this parent or this grandparent is going to be helping you to raise your child. But they're going to be very prominent in there, pointing to the early life, in the early life. We have Kernunus. Don't know if I said that right. Life force, express your drive and passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So you could really be trying for a baby right now, because they're showing me a rabbit, and you know that saying, at it like rabbits. So you and your partner can literally, like, any chance you get, you're like, right, let's do it. Now hearing someone be like, I'm ovulating, let's go. So maybe you're like been tracking when you were ovulating, and every time you're on the ovulation day, you literally, I'm being shown a woman like pull her partner into the bedroom. You're like, right, let's do it. The partner, they're like excited, but they also look like a bit scared of you. That is always coming through there. But this life force energy, I feel like you've had bursts of it as well. So it's not just the fact that you were tracking your ovulation. It's like your body saying, right, I'm ready to be pregnant. I'm ready for this fetus to be in the womb. I'm ready to grow a baby now. So it's not just that. It's also coming from your physical body. Like this longing and this desire is coming from your body, because you're ready now. I feel like this is the group of you. You are ready now to be bringing this child through. And with that, we have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. There's an elder in your family who's very much alive, who's very, very powerful and very honourable, very respected within the family and within the community. You could have connections to native, to indigenous, to shamanism within your family. And again, like Indian is coming through very, very strongly. Some of you guys could be finding feathers everywhere. You could have a lot of dream catchers within your home, or maybe this person does. Did you want one more? One more card, please, Spirit. For pile 3. Thank you. We have Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. It's a very, very powerful energy coming through with this pile. And I feel like with this pile, I've got like a boost, like an oomph. Like the spirit baby is kicking me up the arse. Because like that's what they do. That's what they're going to be doing when they're here. They have strong, powerful connections to ancient Egypt. They may have goddess Isis that walks with them, who's very prominent within their spiritual court. Some of you guys could wear braids. And maybe like this child, you'll braid their hair a lot. Like particularly when you're going abroad or you're going on holiday, because there's something about it being easier for you to handle. They want to get some messages from this deck here. So what else needs to be coming through for pile 3? Thank you. Landscapes, places. You guys could travel a lot. And you see with this, landscapes, places, it has so many different things within one. It's got the Statue of Liberty. It looks like the Eiffel Tower in Paris. And then you've got like a desert, you've got seas. You guys could have done a lot of traveling within your life. Or you will be, like you'll continue to do so moving forward. Because you feel called to different lands. You feel called to different continents, to different cultures, to different people. For others of you, you could have travelled at a young age because you were searching for yourself. You were searching for something. And you realised that it was always within, it was always there. But you did have to travel to come to that realisation. But I feel like this is part of somebody's purpose and part of your mission is to be travelling, is to be connecting with people as well. From like global, like everywhere, from different walks of life, from different backgrounds. Maybe what you do for work, you connect with people from all around the world, because I'm just staring at the world here. So you could be an influencer, but you could just work for a company that does have like bases everywhere, and it means that you get to then travel with that company. Prosperity, yeah. There's something about them liking what they saw when they saw you, but it's when they looked into your eyes. Look at her eyes. They like what they saw when they saw you, and it's to do with your soul. They see your value. But a lot of you, you could be very, very beautiful. Some of you, you could have met your partner at work. They could have been like the boss or the CEO. That's coming through is significant for someone. Tokyo is coming through is significant. So maybe that's where you reside, or you live there, or you traveled there. Tokyo. You could have really loved that city. You could be seeing these dragons everywhere, like these Chinese style dragons. Some of you guys, that could be like a favourite food. It could also be a food that you will crave as well when you were pregnant, Chinese food. Some of you guys could have money that you've saved from different countries you visited. So you could love collecting or keeping like certain coins from different countries. We have awakening. So this is what has been going on within you. If you haven't travelled the world, you've been travelling yourself. And you've been having visions of your past life, that remembrance of where your soul has been before in its travels. But with this power, I am getting a strong travel. Like you've been to a few places. You may not have been everywhere. But you've been to a few places and you want to continue that. You want to continue broadening your horizons and being somewhere new. Being somewhere foreign that you haven't been before. Basically, we're trying new foods. I feel like this is a foodie pile. Some of you guys could be in your 40s. We have gratitude. Focus on the things you do have rather than the things you don't or can't have. So I feel like there's been this wounding that you've always been working with, where you've really been working to pull yourself into the present moment. But not only that, have gratitude for the present moment, even though it wasn't where you wanted to be. Or it wasn't who you wanted to be with. So maybe some of you guys in the past, with past lovers and romantic partners, you could have settled for someone. You knew you could have done better, but you settled for that person. It's kind of like, oh, but I don't want to be alone, so this person will do now. So you could have healed a wound around codependency. This child coming through is going to be your flower. You're going to have such a soft spot for them. Some of you guys could feel like you're going to be that strict parent, and your partner could be the soft one because they're showing me a good cop, bad cop. That's not going to be the case. You're going to be very, very soft with your child, and maybe sometimes your partner's going to be like, yo, what's going on? Like parent them, tell them off. You're like, I can't say no, I don't want to. What else does pile 3 need to hear right now? Thank you. We have 8 of Wands. Straight away I'm staring at the owl that's in the tree. You see the little owl? So you guys could be seeing owls everywhere. This could be a spirit animal, a totem animal that you've always connected with on your journey. Some of you guys could work with children. You could give to charities, like give money to charities like orphanages or charities that are connected to children. It could be charities that provide children with clean water. Something about them building those pipes in places where they don't have access to clean water. You could give money. Or maybe that's what you're wanting to do with your money, with your resources. If you have it, you want to make sure that every child has access to clean water and food and clothing and shelter. You know, basic human necessities that everyone should have access to. It's like you can't believe in this day and age that some children are starving to death and they're dying of issues that are connected to them drinking water that is poisoned, that is dangerous because it's dirty. I feel like you're going to be given a lot of children in this lifetime wings. That's a message coming through for someone. Maybe the charity is called something to do with wings. 9 of Swords. You see the dragon again, like the Chinese dragon. You freed yourself and you want to teach other people to free themselves, but particularly children. Something significant about the child or the inner child. So if maybe as a child, you could have been an orphan yourself. Maybe you went through a lot of dysfunction, a lot of abuse, a lot of trauma, and you healed that and you overcome that. And you want to help other children now who go through similar experiences to you. And you still don't understand. You're baffled as to why the abuse of children and adults letting down children still happens in this day. You don't get it. You could be seeing eggs everywhere. You see how this dragon, it looks like it's kind of, the hill kind of looks like an egg. So you could be seeing the egg everywhere. Maybe you're dreaming of the egg. One more card from this deck that is very hard to shuffle. Jeez. One more card. This one. We have 4 of crystals. It's like this working together, this togetherness. You could literally like work for a company or some sort of charity that builds shelter and houses for children. Like a safe space. Maybe it's a house where children who are in witness protection go. You could work in the police force. Or you could work within, like you could be a lawyer. But most definitely you want to be helping children in this world. This pile could also be people you're going to choose to have your own biological children. But you could also be very, very open and wanting to also adopt or foster. Now you want your home, your household to be that safe space. And you also want to be that safe space for your children, but children of this world in general. This also, you see how it looks like a tree house. So you could always have had dreams of having a dream house when it comes to your children. Maybe that's something you didn't have as a child and you always wanted. Others of you could have had a tree house and it brought you a lot of joy. So you want your child to experience the same thing. What else for pile 3? Thanking you. We have pilgrimage, onward steps. Yeah, travel is very significant here for this pile. You will be traveling more. If you haven't yet traveled a lot of places, you will be traveling more. I'm seeing steps, like somebody tracking their steps. So maybe you go on a lot of walks, you could go running. You could have someone that has like one of those Fitbits, one of those watches. You could track your steps all the time. And again, there's something about like a hill. Like you living on a hill, or maybe just the country you reside in, where you live, the town, the city, it has a lot of hills. We have freedom, just be you. Some of you guys could love going on hot air balloons. You could love like heights. You know, like doing things from great heights. You know, what's it called when people bungee jumping? That you could have tried bungee jumping in your lifetime. Others of you could have like jumped out of a plane as well. It's those sort of activities that are coming through that a lot of people are fearful of. I feel like you do it because it helps you like set you free. And it's also in that moment when you were jumping or when you're that high up, you're like, you feel more free because you're like my life is literally in the hands right now of Mother Earth and of the Most High God, because this hot air balloon, what's to say that's not just going to drop out of the sky? And when you're bungee jumping, what's to say the strings aren't going to break? Do you know what I mean? So it's like that risk or that scare of death that is there. That's what sets you free. So I feel like I'm tuning into risk takers. Others of you, you could have a fear of heights. And maybe you're trying to overcome that fear. This child could help you overcome that fear. Particularly when it's like you're just taking them to a playground and they want to go on that high. You're trying to get them to go on this, like, these little things over here. You know, the one that kind of just rocks back and forth. You want them to go on that. They're like, no, I want to go on the big boy, the big girl slide. You're like, oh, because it means that you have to kind of go with them because they're quite small. That's coming through for someone. So it's like this child's going to help you overcome certain fears. And that can even be like striving for better as well. Believing in yourself more. We have the Ankh, key to life. So you guys could love wearing this jewelry. This sign, this symbol could follow you around. It could be very significant for you on your path. And I feel like I am tapping into those of you who are very, very creative. It's like you're sitting on a gold mine. There's something about you sitting on a gold mine when it comes to your ideas, when it comes to your solar plexus. This child coming through, they're going to be activating that for you. That's what they're doing on the other side. And then they're going to come through. They're saying birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. But you have to become that bird. You have to become free before they can come through and like fly with you. Then we have a sisterhood, the feminine way. So you could be someone who's very connected to your divine feminine energy. Or this is what is being asked of you right now. This is what's being activated within you right now. A lot of you could be destined to have a daughter who's going to be the twin of you, the spitting image of you. If you're a man watching, they're going to be the spitting image of their mother. You could be seeing 2s everywhere. Like 2, 2, 2, 2, 22. 2 could be a very significant angel number that's followed you on your path. They want to get some timings. So let's get some timings when it comes to conception of this child coming through. Got during Capricorn season. So Capricorn season could be very significant. That's going to be in the new year. And some of you guys could conceive. So can we get some timings for conception and birth date, due date? We got during the Virgo season. So Virgo season could also be significant. This is the season we're in now. When I'm recording this anyway. We have not for a long time. So for some of you, you may not be having this child coming through for a long time. Maybe you're still working on getting to that point of freedom. They wanted me to show you the hot air balloon. What else, Spirit? We got at full moon. So the full moon is significant. When I see a full moon, I always like see that as a pregnant belly as well. And then we also have July. So July could be very, very significant. At the bottom of the deck, we have try again later. Do you know what I'm seeing with that? You know, one of those, the magic 8 balls that you shake and you ask it a question. Maybe some of you guys did that when you're asking like, okay, am I going to be a parent? When are they going to be going through? Maybe you did it and it kept saying try again later, try again later. And some of you could have just dashed the ball, got pissed off with it. Others of you, you could use like tarot or oracle cards yourself. And maybe you keep asking and it's not giving you a clear answer. Just keep working on yourself and towards your freedom. Getting more connected with you and God. Because I feel like for this part, it's more of like it's going to be a surprise. Like it's just gonna happen when you least expect it. What else, Spirit? We have trust. Look at that. Trust that has come out. Yeah, trust. Like, look, she looks like she's flying. So it's like when you are free, when you guys are really and truly spreading your wings and you're proper tapped in to who you were supposed to be in this lifetime, the spirit baby is going to be joining you. And for some of you, it's going to be a few. Because I'm seeing these orbs as your spirit babies. I feel like you've been feeling them around you. Powerpuff Girls is significant. So you could have watched Powerpuff Girls when you were a child. With the Powerpuff Girls, there was 3 of them, wasn't it? So I feel like you could be destined to be having 3 children in this lifetime. I'm also seeing Pokemon. So Pokemon could also be significant. We have here dreams coming true. You are destined to become a parent. They will be coming through, but it's just got to be that right time, divine time. Some of you will be conceiving this year, the year of the 9. But everyone's on different timelines. And it's like when you're really weaving your magic and you are in your purpose, your spirit babies are going to be joining you. When you are your source. Let's get some signs. Can I get some spirit baby signs for pile 3? We got street sign. So you could be seeing certain names on a street sign. What else, Spirit? or initials. We have squirrel. You could be seeing squirrels everywhere. Something about harvest, like harvest or harvesting. So maybe it's one that's like that harvesting season when people are harvesting certain crops. That could be when you guys conceive. That's coming through as significant. Maybe some of you guys are like farmers. We have symptoms. So you will be pregnant in this lifetime. You will be having pregnancy symptoms. We also have baby ads. So you could be seeing certain baby ads that keep popping up on your social media. For example, it could be for like a certain buggy. You're like, why the hell does this keep popping up? I don't even have kids. And maybe it turns out that you could forget about this, and in the future you go on to like have that buggy or that brand of buggy. It could be an expensive one. I heard an expensive one for someone. We have swan. Swans are connected to true love, to twin flames. So it could be that confirmation for someone. Swans are also very regal. They're royal. You know that ugly duckling to a swan? So you guys could be an ugly duckling to a swan. You could have had a huge glow up at some point in your lifetime. Maybe to the point where some people don't recognize you. Some of you, this could have been naturally like through your diet, you working on yourself, through having spiritual awakenings, because that does change your physical appearance. For others of you, you could have had some form of surgery. We have, it's like the more free you become, the more your face changes. We have bumblebees. So you could be seeing bumblebees everywhere. They vibrate at a very, very sacred vibration. We have windmill. Some of you guys could live near farms. Maybe you're farmers or you have your own land, or this is what you want for your future. And we have Disney. So it could be like certain Disney characters or cartoons that you loved when you were a child, and maybe you've been seeing them everywhere. You could start seeing it everywhere before this child, right before they come through. We also have dragon that's at the bottom of the deck. So you guys could be seeing dragons everywhere. Maybe you're watching readings and seeing videos of people talking about dragon energy and tapping into the dragon, because that energy is coming through very, very strongly right now on the planet. Let's see what's at the top of the deck. Dove. The sign is a white dove, my guides always say. So you may be seeing white doves everywhere right before this child is ready to conceive. I'm seeing Bethlehem star when I'm staring at the dove. So Christmas time could be significant. You guys could be very, very connected to Jesus Christ. So you could be a Christian. If not, it's just the Christ consciousness you're very connected to. Mama, Daddy, guess what? I learned how to make the lights flicker. It was me. So when you're going into certain rooms, like your bedroom, maybe the kitchen as well is coming through is significant. You could be noticing the lights are flashing on and off. But it's like when you're walking into buildings in general, the lights are going to be flashing to the point that you're noticing it, because your spirit baby is trying to get your attention. But there's like they're playing around with the electrics. They're also speaking through the electrics. So don't be shocked if like radio, TV, anything, if you've got like the Alexas, those sort of things in your home, they could just start by themselves, and it could be like a significant song that keeps coming on. I'm hearing like the Pokemon theme tune, the old one, the original Pokemon theme tune coming through is significant. So you could watch Pokemon. Maybe your partner does. Archangel Chamuel says your sacral chakra is blocked. Trust in yourself, Mama, Daddy, so healthy love, friendships and creativity will flow to you. So you trusting in you and your path, this is what sets you free. This is what is connected to you being free and to your spirit baby joining you. One more card for pile 3. One more card, please, Spirit. Thanking you. We have, I saw this at the bottom. The angels let me help set up a big surprise for you. I can't wait for you to see it. So there's a gift coming in, and this is connected to your own spiritual inheritance. This is you receiving your flowers. It's coming from your ancestors, your spiritual core, and the Most High, this gift. They're saying, don't forget about me. And I'm seeing like someone's spirit baby, like me as well. So they're sending you a gift that is coming through. Once this gift comes through, the spirit baby joining you earthside, it's not going to be long after that. But there's a gift and a surprise that is coming through first. For some of you, you may not have even met the mum or dad yet. So it could be like you coming into union and this person that you're going to be having kids with coming in. And you could be seeing bows everywhere. Like giant bows, or maybe you're noticing when you're seeing little girls out and about, they could have like big bows within their hair. That's coming through is significant. Maybe when you were younger, your hair could have been styled always with a bow, like a half up and half down. That's coming through for someone. But that's all the messages coming through for pile 3. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want a personal spirit baby reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video. Pile 4, let's hop right into your reading. So your poem. Before we start, so for this group, I've chosen different frequency music to have on in the background for each pile. But for this pile, they just wanted like whale sounds, and it has like no frequency music. I'm listening to it. It almost feels a bit like eerie, but it's like the kind of like that reminder of like the sea, how the sea is like so unknown to us. And I also kept hearing the question, "Are mermaids real? Are mermaids real?" So this could be like some of you guys in the collective asking this, and Spirit is saying yes. It's almost as if like, why are you asking that question? You already know the answer to it. So maybe you're deep diving and you're going down the rabbit hole of mermaids. That's coming through for somebody. So your poem says, space adventures, rockets are so cool, I will grow to be tall. Meteors pour, shaking the earth's core. I love this kind of science. Homeschooling will be great for me. In a class setting, they'll label me ADHD. My attention span is actually grand. You got to teach in a way that it lands. With the space straight away as well, there's like a connection that you guys have to the astral, to the celestial waters, and to space itself. I'm being shown the Bermuda Triangle, so maybe you've always been very curious about the Bermuda Triangle, but like portals in general. This spirit baby is going to have the same curiosity. Some of you guys could be in the industry, connected to like NASA, because they're showing me NASA. And connecting to like rockets and space and that kind of alien technology, you could work in that industry, or maybe you're just like very, very curious about it. This spirit baby, their soul, is also curious about this too. Not just curious, I feel like that's part of their purpose. And they could have that kind of intelligence, that kind of brain where they could literally engineer rockets. Like they're going to hold that kind of intelligence for some of them. And you see here where it says, in a class setting, they'll label me ADHD. So there's something different about the way that they think that's very, very obvious. And people could say to them, or they could say to you when it comes to your child, like, I wish I could be in your child's brain just for like 5 minutes just to see what's going on. Because it's so like interesting how they think and how they work and how they communicate. Let's get some more poems for you. Some of you guys could be feel like pulled or drawn to listen to whale music, particularly when you are pregnant. For those of you that are women. What else, Spirit? Jeez, alright. We have here, third trimester, the penny's about to drop. Battle away those intrusive thoughts. Everything will go to God's plan. Let go, surrender any control. I choose my birth time. All planets and stars will align. Make way, it's almost my birthday. You guys are more than ready. Just remember to go steady. All systems go once I'm more grown. Enjoy the newborn stage. The night feeds may feel like a daze, but you wouldn't have it any other way. Getting to stare at my perfect face. So the third trimester, that's that confirmation that your pregnancy is going to go through full term. You will be giving birth to this child. It's like some of you may be having a doubt, so you're just having those natural fears about conception, about being pregnant. I'm hearing miscarriage, so maybe some of you guys have experienced a miscarriage in the past, or you're afraid of experiencing a miscarriage, but they want you to know you're going to make it full term to the third trimester. We have here Uncle Dan, he's the man. Always got a plan. Sometimes he looks after me. We have a special bond, you see. He always steps up so I don't miss out. Use your words, little mister. Don't just pout. I sulk when I don't get my way, but Uncle won't play that game. Peter Pan and fantasy lands. We do a lot of role playing. A field, trees and imagination. That's all you need. To pretend to be all that you are. Believe you are a star, and in this life you will go far. So some of you guys could have a significant uncle. This could be a brother of yours, or maybe a brother of your partner. I'm hearing a brother-in-law. They could also be that friend that you consider like family, that you call your brother, so your child will end up calling uncle. This can also be auntie, so you can flip it when it comes to gender. Peter Pan could be like a significant book and cartoon that you loved when you were a child. I feel like you guys may have drifted off a lot to like the dream world. It's like you were still in the astral while you were awake, and I feel like this was to do with your gift. Maybe some of you have ADHD. Maybe it's undiagnosed. I'm hearing undiagnosed for some of you. But this child is going to have a very powerful mind. They're connected to their higher mind. And they use their brain, they use their logic, but it's in unison with the spirit. So it's like this could be someone who believes in the Most High God, but also believes in the Big Bang. It's like this is something like that, like a contradiction that happens, but it's not a contradiction. It's a balance, and it's a seeing from other people's perspective. This ability to see through other people's eyes, through another's lens. That's what's coming through here. But this auntie, this uncle was going to be very, very significant in this child's life. Maybe this uncle was like very, very childlike, has a lot of energy. They can literally run around everywhere. Maybe you watch them sometimes and you get tired just by that. You're like, what the hell? But they could have like a lot of energy. So their energy is going to match the energy of your child. We have here 11:11. I hope all of these babies are finding their way back to heaven. War is no place for the eyes of a child to bear witness to this world's chaos. Did their souls really sign up for this? I believe there is something we have missed, like the strawberry mark of an angel's kiss. Our ancestors have always nudged and pointed the right way, but generation after generation has stuck their head in the sand, no longer connected to Earth's holy land. I wonder now, is it too late for the future of tomorrow to see brighter days? Time will tell is what they usually say, but we can't afford to sit around and wait. So I ask that you too pray for every child of God to find their way out of this demonic maze and into the heart of a mother's loving gaze. When I was reading this poem, some of you guys could come from a war-torn country, or maybe your grandparents did. They fled and they settled down somewhere else to make a better life, but also to make sure their children were safe. That's coming through for someone. So you could be like the second generation child of immigrants is what is coming through there. But when I was reading this, I was being shown someone. It's like you were at school or you were in nursery and you had a book and you were reading to children. But you could also have that kind of voice, like a voice that people love listening to. And get some messages with this deck here for pile 4. So what does pile 4 need to hear right now? We have faith. Find holiness within. So you're being asked to go within and connect with yourself more deeply. Particularly with the womb. For those of you that are women, you have a womb. Spirit are wanting you to connect with your womb. So you could be, again, listening to like whale music or dolphin music. Certain frequency music. It also have like drumming. But it has this like kind of like eeriness. It's almost more darker in nature. Because this is connecting you with the void. But the void within yourself. Others of you, you've come from like a lot of dysfunction. You've been through a lot within your life. And it was intended to pull you down. It was intended to drag you down. But it didn't happen because you kept getting up. You kept rising like a phoenix. And some people were like, what the fuck? How are you still standing? Like, how have you survived? Because of your willpower. Because of your faith. Because of your trust in God. That things will get better. And that the wheel always turns. What else, Spirit? I feel like these children coming through with this group here, they have very powerful divine mission that's connected to technology and to people seeing through another lens. Maybe some of them are literally going to work with eyes. They could work, you know, like with laser eye surgery, but they could work with eyes. Pilgrimage, onward steps. There's something about them when it comes to their purpose, helping people to see more clearly and see the road ahead. It's like they're going to assist other people in having a lack of confusion within their mind. They can also have a purpose that is connected to them being an exorcist and banishing these darker entities and energies. So they could even be like have a purpose of being working within a certain religion. You know, like being a pastor, a minister, something like that. We have fellowship, sharing and coming together. Because God wants more unity on the planet and he wants more unity within the human race and more human beings using their brain. And in order to do that, we need to be coming together. People from different walks of life, people who think differently, people who see differently. We need to be coming together and sharing ideas and sharing our perception and our perspective of the world and our stories and our experiences. Because this is how you get the whole and this is how you rebuke any confusion. Like you see with certain authorities, they basically want people in a state of disconnect from each other and feeling separated. But they also want to cause a lot of division because then people are easy to control. If people are communicating and talking with one another and seeing eye to eye more, then they're going to come together and work together and realize you don't need this governing authority. Some of you guys could love like give in to homeless people. Maybe you work in a homeless shelter. You could be Sikh in your religion, or you were raised in a Sikh household. Well, Spirit, we had Joseph, fathering and responsibility. You will be a parent in this lifetime. Someone needs to keep hearing that. Maybe you tell it to yourself, and when you're saying it to yourself, you put your hand on your heart. You will be a parent in this lifetime. You were destined to not only love and watch your child grow, but you were destined to lead them to their purpose, to their light, and to shining their light. One more card, thank you. We have Lionheart, stand firm. Because this is who they are. It's like Simba. No, that yes, they're pointing to the Lion King and Simba. Like that's that cartoon is very significant, or that storyline is significant to their purpose. Some of you guys could have lost a parent at a young age. And maybe you felt like you were literally just being thrown into a pride of lions. Like you felt like you were on your own and you were just pushed and thrown out there to the world. Or if you didn't lose a parent, you could have felt like that's what your parents were doing. They were always like trying to get rid of you. They didn't necessarily want you around. You're not going to make that mistake when it comes to your child. And this is why a lot of you have waited until you were older and you really felt ready to be bringing a child into this world. You could be seeing lions everywhere. I forgot what that guide's called, but he's like the lion whisperer. He tends to have like really white, or like, it's not blonde hair, it's like storm color white hair. And he works with lions. He's coming through. I forget what his name is. But they always like loving him, like loving up on him, rubbing on him. He knows how to handle them, how to play with them. Maybe some of you guys work with animals. Or it's always been your dream to work with animals or to go on some sort of safari. Because now I'm being shown, you know, when people are in the cage and it drives you into like a pride of lions. I'm being shown that, so maybe you've done that. Or you want to do that in your lifetime. What else, Spirit? We have here Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. So you could feel very connected to this cartoon, to this story. Aladdin, it could have been a favourite of yours when you were a child. They're asking me to share with you. So when I was a child, I used to watch Aladdin. Aladdin was my first crush. When I was a child, that's coming through is significant. Maybe it was the same for you guys. Or it could have been like Jasmine could have been your first crush. Maybe some of you resemble like Aladdin or Jasmine. But it's like you're about to step into your timeline. You're about to step into this energy where you have this lamp and you have your own genie. But this is because you've been doing the work to free yourself. So now you've moved on up to your destined timeline, to a higher timeline. This is when your blessings and opportunities can seemingly come in out of nowhere. Like just poof out of nowhere, but it's not. It's because of the testament to the work that you've done on yourself. You could be seeing butterflies everywhere. Some of you guys could be from the UAE. We have Sleeping Beauty. So Sleeping Beauty could also be a significant story, a cartoon, book when you were younger. And some of you guys could have felt like for a while in life that you were just walking around like a zombie. But I'm getting particularly like late teens and like in your 20s. You could have been walking around like kind of not really alive, not really awake. And maybe it's because you hadn't tapped into your purpose yet. You hadn't tapped into why you were here. And that could have been questions that you was always asking. Because I feel like you guys, you're very, very curious about yourself, about this world. And you ask a lot of questions. But it's more like internal, those internal questions. Those questions that human beings always tend to have, but you don't necessarily always ask. It's probably why I kept hearing, are mermaids real? Are mermaids real? We have the Seven of Hearts. And you see how she kind of look. That's a mermaid. Just realised. There's a mermaid. There's a confirmation. Yes, mermaids are real. But she seems to look quite glum. There's a belief that is sparking within you guys that needs to spark before this child is born. You could feel very connected to like to the sea and to water, but to like marine kingdom. Maybe you love fish. Some of you guys could have a fish tank. You could have fish. I'm staring at the octopus that is up here. You see there's an octopus just chilling. I connect the octopus, omen in a spirit baby reading, to a multiple birth, or to you having a lot of children in this lifetime. The potential to have a lot of children in this lifetime. I'm also staring at the seahorse on the sides in the borders. So you could be seeing seahorses everywhere. But I feel like you feel very connected to the sea. Or maybe at present it's almost as if the sea is calling you. to understand what is within the sea. Atlantis, I'm hearing Atlantis, so you guys have connections to Atlantis, and this is also where you've had incarnations with this spirit baby, with this soul before, in Atlantis. This spirit baby could be destined to be a star of some kind in their field, and being shown like a medal, an award, a certificate they could be given because of their intelligence, because of what they do. Some of them could be destined to be an athlete. What else, Spirit? For pile 4, we have win or lose. You could also be in swords everywhere. Change is coming into your life. And it's because you've kind of surrendered. I'm hearing que sera, sera, what will be, you've surrendered. So now a win is coming into your life because you've experienced a lot of losses. And the tables always turn, the wheel always turn, but it's your turn now to experience some blessings. It's your turn now to have a win. You deserve it because of the purity of your heart and because of the frequency of your heart. Spirit reminded me that I didn't actually use your deck that went with your Spirit Baby poem that you chose. So we're going to get into that now. So for pile 4, thank you. We have here Ran and Agar, co-creation. I unite with the power of love. You guys could well be twin flames or divine counterparts. Some of you could work together with your partner. And when this child comes through, this child's gonna love bumping. Is it the Nashta where they bump the third eye? They're gonna love doing that. I feel like they put their forehead to your forehead and to people they love in general, but also to animals. That's coming through is significant. And it's like when they do this, they're exchanging information. And then we have Blue Tara, preservation. I overcome all obstacles. You see this, like a warrior. The Avatar, this kind of looks like the beings in the Avatar. So the Avatar movie could be very, very significant. But these souls are coming through to activate. They are coming through to activate and to help Mother Earth move on up in consciousness. You already know this. You're feeling this because this soul has been around you. You're feeling their energy and the self-mastery they hold. There's something about them being connected to their darker side. Like an eerie feeling that comes around them. And that's because of the power they hold. It's because of the supernatural abilities and the spiritual gifts that they hold. It's like otherworldly, but also an unknown, a mystery that surrounds them. We have, and you know, sometimes people in general, they get a bit confused by other people that they can't put in a box. They can't group. They can't say, oh, you're this way. Like you can tell with these souls coming through, they're going to be very, very multi-dimensional. Sacred spring, vitality. I dance towards the light. Look at this. She's actually floating in the waters, in the celestial waters, in the ethers. So maybe this is how you guys feel when your spirit baby is around you very strongly, or when you've been dreaming of them a lot. You could be having a reoccurring dream that you could have had like all your life, or when you were a child. You could have started having it again now as an adult, that is connected to you being in some form of body of water. It doesn't have to be Earth's waters. It can be the celestial waters. And some of you guys could be having dreams where it's like you're a skeleton, or you're seeing your skeleton. There's something about a skeleton that's coming through is significant. The skeleton is connected to death, and death is connected to rebirth. Death and rebirth, they are one and the same. Let's get some spirit baby signs. We have got books. So there could be certain books that you guys are seeing everywhere. You could feel very, very strongly drawn to a certain book, and maybe you guys buy it for your spirit baby. I always recommend that, to buy them a gift or buy something that's physical that connects you to your spirit baby. Some of you guys could be seeing ladybugs everywhere. Wizard of Oz, walking that yellow brick road path. This is what you're going to be encouraging your child to do. Some of you guys could work in theatre. Your friendship group could be like an array of very, very different people, but it just works. That's coming through for someone. Like, you're all very completely different. You could be completely different ages. Your relationship could have an age gap. But your friendship group, you can also be like different ages, come from different backgrounds, different countries. You could have like different mother tongues. But you all just work together. You could all dress very differently. It's kind of like a chav being friends with an emo. Like that sort of thing that is coming through. Like someone who's kind of like fairy-like and whimsical being like friends with, best friends with like a goth who loves heavy metal music. It's like that. Like on the outside, people looking in and be like, why the hell are those two friends? Or why are those people together? But it works. Once you know both of you, it works. Random babies. So you could have random babies that are pointing at you, that are staring at you, that are smiling at you. There's some of you, they could be laughing and giggling at you, and you're like, why is that baby? Why is that baby laughing at you? They can see your spirit baby around you, but they can also see the energy that you're putting yourself up into. I'm hearing real recognizes real. Real recognizes real. What else, spirit? Because remember, children, particularly under the age of like 10, they're very connected to spirit. Very connected to the other side. Lights flicker. So you guys could be having the lights that are flickering around you when you're walking into certain rooms, you're going into certain buildings or houses. This is your spirit baby trying to get your attention. They're just letting you know that they are there. It's like a hello, maybe. So maybe it happens when you first walk into your house after you've been out. We have the doves. You could be seeing white doves everywhere, which are connected to innocence, to purity, and to spirit. This is the thing, though. People who have the ability to put themselves in other people's shoes, you can see other people's perspectives and how they see life. People who can get along with people from different walks of life, they do tend to be very, very pure of heart and very pure of spirit, which is why they connect with people from different backgrounds. We have TV commercial. So you may be seeing TV commercials that are connected to children, or like stuff you would need when you're having a child. So like bottles, nappies, buggies, that sort of thing. What else, spirit? We have baby clothes. Some of you guys could already be preparing for this child to come in through. So maybe you've been buying like different items that you're going to need. Like you're getting your nest ready. We have flower garden. And maybe there's like certain flowers that you feel very, very connected to. You've been seeing everywhere. You've been smelling. You could be smelling a certain flower that's coming from the other side. So that's your clairaudience. Like a floral, it's like a sweet floral scent. And like a rose. You could be smelling rose everywhere. We have coins. So this is connected to prosperity, but also you guys could be finding coins on the floor. Hearing, see a penny, pick it up all day long, you have good luck. So maybe some of you guys believe in that. You've been picking up pennies. And you've been noticing as well that your luck is changing. For others of you, your luck is about to change. And you could be finding like certain coins, pennies, silver coins, gold coins. It doesn't matter. Right before your luck shifts. Pregnant women. You could be seeing pregnant women everywhere. And when you see them, maybe you see like 3 in one day, or 3 in one area. Get some baby says messages for pile 4. We have Mama, Daddy. I asked about your Akashic records, and Archangel Metatron says there's no need to worry. You're exactly where you're meant to be at the exact right time. This child is supposed to be born. You will be a parent. They're repeating that again. This child is supposed to be born. You will be a parent. There are certain things that we have to overcome, and there are certain things that need to be happening behind the scenes that you're not going to see in the spirit, that need to be done, that need to be put into motion before children can come through Earthside. Remember, they have a birth date. Just because you're ready to have a child and your partner's ready to have a child, is that soul ready to be coming through? Is it their birth date? What else, spirit? You could feel very connected to Archangel Metatron. He could be the overseeing archangel of the spirit babies that are coming through this pile. I wouldn't be surprised with this pile here. Mama, Daddy, if you're feeling sad and you don't know why, the angels say the sadness is from a past life and you've got to heal it. You could be having dreams of your Akashic records of certain points in your past that your soul has been to before. They're asking for your attention. Maybe you just need to do a cord cutting and break the chain. So I would call in Archangel Michael and ask him to cut any cords that still have you attached to a past life, and particularly fears that you've carried with you from a past life. Because you'll be surprised, there's a lot of people who have a fear of conception and childbirth because they died in childbirth in the past. I said childbirth. I wanted to say childbirth. So maybe some of you guys, you had a water birth in like a past life. You could have died that way. Some of you could have almost drowned when you were a child in this lifetime. And that could have been because the beach was overcrowded. They're bringing through Australia here. The beach could have been overcrowded, or the waves just kind of took you out and you weren't strong enough. But you could have also drowned in a past life. And maybe this is where you have an eerie feeling when it comes to water, when it comes to the sea, because it's that you need to be healing and letting go of. Because that's not how you're going to die in this lifetime. What else, Spirit? It's like your soul just needs that reminder. It's more so the human self that stores it and carries it on. It needs that reminder. What else, Spirit? One more card from this deck. Thanking you. We have, we will be a handful, but always a heartful. It's multiples. So some of you guys are destined to have a multiple birth. We had the octopus that came through, right? Yeah, octopus, I connect to multiple births, but also like having quite a few spirit babies around you. So the potential to have a few children. So some of you guys could be destined to have like twins, triplets, even more than that. Anything else, Spirit? They want to get some messages from this deck here. So what else does pile 4 need to hear? We have love. This is like tuning into divine counterparts, you and your person. There's a lot of love between you, a lot of affection. There could be a fear coming through, because maybe you and your divine counterpart in a past life, you could have, the woman could have passed away during childbirth, and maybe the man has a fear of her conceiving and getting pregnant that he doesn't remember at the human level in this lifetime, and you guys could be struggling to conceive. That's why. Shamanic healing can help with releasing these kinds of blockages. Shamanic healing. They're saying a good Reiki healer as well, who goes very, very deep, can also help with this clearing. What else, Spirit? One more card, please, from this deck. We have birth, babies. Yeah, some of you passed away in childbirth in a past life. You could be seeing bunnies everywhere. Again, like there's 2 bunnies. You could be destined to have twins, and maybe they won't be identical. They'll be non-identical twins in this lifetime. But I feel like is it hypnotherapy, where you're literally like hypnotized? That could also help some of you to overcome this fear of childbirth, or release this that you've carried that's coming from a past life. Some of you guys could have already had children. Maybe you had them young. You could have had quite a traumatic birth, so it could also be coming from this life as well for some of you. Is that it, Spirit? Yeah, so that's all the messages coming through for pile 4. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want a personal spirit baby reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video.